We back. It's episode 4 of the Syndicate.
The Syndicate is back. Episode 4. You gotta say it with a little bit more enthusiasm, man. Like a little bit more energetic. Gotta get into your
Episode 4. The Syndicate.
There we go.
We're back.
What's up, brothers?
What's going on?
What's going down, man?
Back at it.
Back at it. We back at it. Back from Father's Day. Back from vacation. Want to talk about Father's Day? You want to talk about your vacation? Did you enjoy? Did you get some footage?
Yeah, I got a lot of footage. I was out in Cartagena.
No, I said, what do you want to talk about first? Father's Day.
I was in Cartagena, Colombia.
He just went straight into
I had a good time. Went out there. We culture is beautiful. It's real. It's a lot of Afrocentric culture out there
In Colombia.
in Colombia. Yes,
Really?
It's heavy. Like there's a whole town where you just go on a whole tour where they got African art, African dance, all kind of stuff.
Food also, like food and everything?
Food, yeah, the food is Colombian food, but I'm sure it has African twist to it.
Yeah.
but
Influence, African influence
African
somehow.
influence, yeah, on the food. So
So you was eating fufu in Colombia?
No, I didn't eat no fufu. I'm still got to get some fufu.
You ain't never had fufu?
No.
Oh, me and Ayana got a spot out here. Bomb.
Is it
What is fufu?
I think
It's like the
is it like the potatoes or is it plantains or
it's whatever it is.
yeah.
That's a great explanation.
Yeah. I think
It's whatever it is,
It's
all
like
right.
it's like thicker mashed potatoes. And like you
Okay.
take a piece of it and then you like grab like red
meat
chicken
or the
stew
food, yeah.
and whatever. It's just like a filler. It's a filler.
Okay.
But it's bomb. It
Yeah.
picks up whatever flavor of whatever you're eating.
Okay.
It's so good.
Yes. So yeah, I haven't tried that, but I'm sure it's something with the what is it that you guys have? Mofongo?
Mm-hmm.
I think it's something like that, but a little bit
But
More,
mofongo has chitlins in it. Like
yeah, if they do that. But I had one meal where it was like something like mofongo, but it wasn't mofongo.
Mm-hmm.
I forget what it was called. I have to look back at my notes and see what it was. But I'm sure it derived from fufu.
So wait, was it like a bowl and it had the food inside the bowl? Because mofongo's like the bowl and it has the
No, it was on the side with a piece of shrimp on the side stuck inside of it, and then it was like a side dish. But I'm sure, but they don't eat with their hands, so
yeah.
it evolved version of fufu. I would assume.
Okay.
I don't know if I'm right or wrong, but it could be. But the food was good. A lot of seafood. A lot of seafood. Not much red meat or anything unless you go into like a steakhouse or.
Yeah.
But I didn't do any of the fancy restaurants. I just did local foods and things of that nature.
Anything that like stood out the most, like that, like was like, damn, this shit is fire.
As far as the food is good. It's nothing like to go crazy over. You know how you got.
Not one of your top food choice places.
The food was good, but I'm just saying it's nothing.
It's
where
okay
you
to
just,
say it wasn't one of your top food places.
It was good. The food is good. You will enjoy the food. It's just not a place where you just go rave over the food because it's just good food. There's nothing special about it.
What's the best dish you had out there? You would say
Colombian food or just
Colombian food. Where you just at?
Wait, hold on.
because I had a burger.
What do you mean?
I had a burger. I had a burger and the burger was
Talking about
fire.
African food. What I'm talking about?
I had a burger and the burger was fire.
So the
I
burger
don't
was
wanna
the best.
say-
So the burger was the best thing you had out there.
Yeah, it was monstrous.
American.
It was monstrous.
Straight
crazy.
American.
You know,
dude.
I eat all kinds
You
of
are
stuff.
American.
No, I'm just telling you, the food is good, but it's just nothing
Special.
to rave over. It's just nothing to rave over. Like, this is some good food.
So they don't have no
At least there, I had like
signature dishes. Like it's not a signature dish where you be like, this is fire.
it was just good. Nothing. I'm telling you, nothing where I'm just like, all right, if you go there, go get this.
You gotta have this.
based on what I ate.
Yeah.
So I had the fried fish. I mean, you can get fried fish out here. It's fried fish, the whole fried fish with coconut rice and a little salad, a slaw salad. That was good.
Would you go back? Would you go back to Colombia?
I could definitely go back.
Okay.
It's hot as hell out there, hot and humid. The moment you walk out that house,
Yeah.
out that AC, you burning up. And then the worst part about it, we first get there, the air conditioning isn't working in the house.
Oh.
So we got the first 7 hours, we miserable.
And what's the temperature?
It's about 85 degrees
Eh,
and wet.
wet,
Wet,
humid.
humid.
Yeah. I mean, I'm in the house just dripping.
Dripping.
Like just dripping. And we talking to the maintenance people, like, what's going on with the air conditioning? They're like, oh, we go fix it. This guy be here in 10 minutes. They told us like 10 minutes for like 2 hours.
Yeah.
And then the guy get there, we like, we got to go. So we left and went to that restaurant where I had that fried fish. And I'm like, man, when we come back, if that house is cold, I can take a shower because we had just got off the plane. We didn't even get a chance to do anything because it was so hot. I'm like, I'm not going to take a shower and then just get out and be sweating profusely again. So we leave, we go eat, we come back, air conditioning is still out. I'm madder than shit.
And you full.
Yeah. And, but the people like their Edison, their version of Edison is out there. He's working on the pole. He's out there. He's like, all right, go check. We go out there and check. It's on. I hit the remote. That shit die, everything in the house. I'm like, damn. So he back out there. He finally working. So about 7-8 hours into the trip, the AC start working. Now the house is cool. So I'm like, now I can go take a shower.
And relax.
Yeah. And from there, it was just cool. We went golfing. That was fun. None of us know how to golf, but it was a fun experience. And I highly recommend us go golfing. We got to go. And speaking of golfing, don't you know somebody that's a...
We were supposed to go golfing together.
What happened?
He does a lot of things with the laces. He don't do with us.
What happened?
You didn't want to go. You didn't want to go. Yeah, shout out to Ace members only, Darrell Wright and D Wade's golf clothing line and golfing gear. Ace members only.
Hopefully next time you guys see us three golfing, we'll be rocking
hopefully
the Ace
next,
wear.
what do you mean?
Members only.
Wait, he said next time you see us golfing.
Yeah.
You-
I recorded some of the golfing, so I'll be...
No, next time they see you golfing, it'll be the first time they see me golfing because you already went.
You've been multiple times.
I went twice. I went once for my dad's 70th birthday.
Exactly.
Or 75th
Exactly.
birthday.
Look at you, ready to lie.
I'm gonna be better than you when I get out there. Immediately, be better than you.
You better have your short game right.
I will immediately be better than you when I go to golf.
Sounds like bullshit. But
I'm telling you, I guarantee you, I will beat you.
I don't
Whatever,
think so. You too
whatever
too eager.
Whatever the score par is, whatever that is,
So
the score, I'm gonna have a better score than you.
So the way we played, because a lot of it would have been, we only got to do 4 holes. It took us.
I'm about to be looking at you all day today.
It took us.
This is
it took
crazy.
us.
4 holes.
It took us like 2 hours to do 4 holes.
And you think you're gonna beat me?
Let me tell you how we played. So it was 6 of us. So we were doing closest to the hole. So we were all would hit, and whoever the ball went the closest.
That's where you all
we
put
moved
y'all.
everybody. And we had 2, I guess, caddies that the course came with.
Yeah.
And they were like running after our balls and setting them up. And then we would go from there. And then the first person to chip it in hit that hole. But it was fun, man.
Y'all was trash.
Nah.
Yeah, y'all-
You have to play that way. There's no way we could have done 18 holes.
That's the kind of game you play. They play that when they drinking. That's like a drinking golfing game.
Well, there's no way we
The
would
white
have
homie Max McClay, my homeboy Max, that's how him and his boys play when they drinking.
There's literally no way you could get through 18 holes if with all of us out there. We'd have been there still right now trying to clear them 18 holes. Just hitting the ball, shanking it all over the place. People saw shanking redemption all over the place. But we did the golfing. We did the ATVs. That was dope. What else we do?
Y'all ride through the jungle and stuff?
Yeah, we rode through the jungle. We rode on the beach, and the beach was like wide open. It was like, this is your chance to just open it up.
Yeah.
So flying through that thing. They was like, just make sure when you hit them curves, you slow down, because if not, it'll flip and it'll be all she wrote. And you're going to have to pay for whatever damage
you
is done,
do. Yeah.
Plus, whatever happened to yourself. So as I got to around on the little turns, I slowed down, but it was dope. It was a good, fun trip.
That's what's up,
Last
man.
time I was on
Lot
the
of fun stuff.
ATV
Beautiful
on the
culture out
beach, I
there.
got chased by the police.
Yeah, it had to be in Mexico, huh?
Yep. They told us don't do
They
it.
always taxing us.
And we did it anyway.
We had some type of police officer security. I don't know what he was. All I know is he had a
Escorting
burner
y'all,
on him, and he had a uniform on, and he was riding with us, and we had 2 employees with us. So I don't know if that's just like security, just in case something.
Anybody
went
with you speak Spanish?
No.
Nobody with y'all spoke
Nobody.
Spanish?
Nope.
That traveled?
We had a concierge guy. He spoke Spanish.
No, I'm talking about your people that
in
came
the
with
group,
you.
no.
Nobody.
Nobody in the group spoke Spanish.
It was all Google Translate.
Yep, that's all it was.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well-
but it's a fun trip.
Well, welcome back, man.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me back, America. Now come back to all this ICE stuff.
Oh man,
Hey, it's crazy.
I was watching
now.
that on the news out there. I was like, damn, this is insane.
what was your first thoughts when you were out there and you saw? Well, what? Tell me about it. What was going on when you saw it?
When I saw it, like, this is crazy. Like, I'm not for people, like, yes, there's rules and laws, but slavery was a rule and it was a law. Bless you.
Thank you.
And
I'm
just
allergic
because
to
it's
ice.
legal, that's right. And just because it's legal don't mean it's right.
Right.
So I'm taking more of a moral standpoint from it.
Yeah.
There's ways of doing this other than the way they were doing. They
Right.
just snatching people from work, snatching, like, now you're disrupting businesses, you're disrupting households, families,
You
and
take
everything.
women and children.
Yeah, and like,
It was what I saw and I thought was super jacked up. It was a lady picking her kid up from school and they snatched her.
yeah. And you got people going to their actual hearings.
Oh yeah,
they're
they're
doing it
just
the right
getting them
way,
right away.
and
Yeah.
they just taking them out. Like, it's all this crazy stuff. And I seen this, it was some
But
guy.
is that a majority of what's happening? Is that a majority or is that like a minority of what's like, are those one-offs or one shoots, or is that like a regular occurrence that's happening? Like enough of it's happening to where we can be like, y'all not doing this shit right.
I don't think they're doing it right. I
Okay.
think it's inhumane the way they're doing it.
Okay.
And they just separating from family, and they don't know, they don't hear from you. They tackling senators and stuff that's going to. This is a mess, man. I don't humanitarianly, I don't think it's, and morally, I think it's wrong the way they handling it. It could be handled a lot better than what they're doing.
I think it could be handled more professionally. Like I think they could have put more thought into how they were going to tactfully do it. You know what I mean? Like what they were going to go after, who they were going to go after, because I feel like they sold it a lot on like criminals.
Yeah. but
Criminal
they going after
element.
everyday working people.
They're going after everyday working people. They were at Jack in the Box on the corner, getting people out of the workers at Jack in the Box. But I feel as if they're not going after the real reason, the corporations, the companies that are hiring making it incentives for these people to have jobs. You know what I mean?
Because if they handled it that way, then the people wouldn't come.
It wouldn't come. Like we're being real reactionary and taking it out on the
People who are
seeking to
employment,
better their lives. You know what I mean? Like as a father, like I'm jumping over borders to go wherever to make a better life
for my family.
Yeah, especially if they go hire me. Like,
So-
this company's gonna hire me for. Yeah.
I'm coming. I'm gonna do whatever. I'm gonna hustle. It's like you can't go after and be mad at the people that are trying to better themselves for their family.
Right.
Like you just can't be mad at that because I understand it. But what we can be mad at is the places that are making these opportunities available to where they're hiring people illegally. Like you're really committing a crime.
Yeah, y'all the ones that's doing this. The hotels, the farmers. And if they had a system in place where you can register to work and you get a work visa and the companies have to file taxes, because these people are all working under the table and all that stuff. Yeah. So it's just all kind of illegal stuff going on from the corporations in America that's allowing these people to come over here.
Paying them pennies too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Paying them pennies as well.
Yeah. Pretty much dang their slave pay. And they're just taking advantage of the system, and they're not getting penalized for it all. But the workers who are coming here to make a living, it's like, you guys are out of here. We'll snatch you up and ship you off.
And do you feel like... Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say, there was this one situation where this guy, I forget what country he's from. I think it may have been an African country or something.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
He's been here since he was like 8 or 9 or something like that, or maybe even younger. He's 38. He has a family, a wife, and 3 little babies. He's been going to all of his immigration hearings and everything. He's never had a crime in his life, and they snatched him up when he went to one of his hearings and sent him back to a country where he's never been in his life. He don't know people out there. He don't know anything about it.
That's scandalous.
And they just send you out there. It's like, what am I supposed to do here?
That's scandalous.
Like, and he's doing everything the right way. I'm like, this is insane how they handling this.
Do you feel like it was handled this way? One of the reasons why, because Donnie have an issue with California?
Probably.
I say yes.
Because he's doing a blitz on California. He's trying to make make California example out of California. So he's like, I'm gonna come over here. I'm gonna get cracking in LA, disrupt all of the business. Did you guys see how the Santee Alley looked? They posted like a video. It's like completely dead.
And that it's usually
Jam-packed.
If y'all don't know what the Santee Alley is, it's comparable to what in New York? Like the
Jamaica
Queens, that little swap meet area where they just have all that stuff. Where you get all the bootleg stuff.
That's where everything is at.
And they got the flower district down there.
That's where everybody
electronic
go
district. All kind of stuff down. Clothing. They hit the clothing factories, the manufacturers.
Did they?
Yeah,
that was one of the first ones that, like, I think that was what was set it. One of the raids that set it off was one of the apparel companies. What
was in Paramount? Why were they in Paramount? What did they hit in Paramount? Was that a Home Depot, right?
Home Depot.
That's where it all first cracked off, and they was like,
that's where it cracked off at. It got bad at that Home Depot. Yeah, my sister said they was having meetings at her job.
About
like once it cracked off, like about, okay, if they come up in here,
this is what we do.
Yeah, this is what we gonna have to do. This is how we gonna handle it. Some of you, like, y'all that's, they gonna grab, get on.
But what I do have an issue with is the people that are waving the foreign flags here. Like, if you could be out there, make it look like the optics don't look.
You want
right.
to be here.
Yeah, so wave an American flag and show how the media recording them beating up American citizens and doing whatever to them instead of like you waving a foreign flag from a different country.
You waving the Mexican
flag. But you want to be here. And it's like, what sense?
It makes no sense.
Yeah.
But on top of that, they're burning
the American flag. Yeah, like, what are you doing?
So if you're so proud of your country, then go back to your country. Go back to, you know what I'm saying? That's how it's going to be looked at.
That's
how it's going to be looked at.
That's the optics of it.
Like, look at you. You're not waving the American flag. You waving your flag. Well, go back over there then.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's how people are going to look at it.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of it being, look at how America's doing their citizens.
Exactly.
They're beating these guys, waving the American flag. They're doing all this. Like, people don't understand, like, optics are what sells.
Absolutely.
And you got to have the optics right for the public to be on your side.
Right.
And if your optics ain't right, they're like, oh, okay, get these guys out here. They burning the flag. They doing this. They
tearing up. They looting. They shooting at police.
Yeah, throwing bricks at them.
Then they waving their flag.
Yeah.
They don't want to be here.
And why are you attacking like Waymo cars? Waymo has nothing to do with ICE.
But like
if you go attack something, I would attack a federal building if I was doing it. Like, those are the people. It's not the local police. The local police are doing what they have to do to protect the understaffed federal agencies that came in here tearing up shop and then trying to get up out of there. Like, you can't do that. Like, they disrupting the city's peace, doing all that stuff. And now these local cops have to come in and clean up their mess.
Yeah.
So now it's just snowballing.
You're making it harder on people in your own community.
Yeah.
To work. But you lash out at what's close to you. You know, like they don't own Waymos. They don't own, they're lashing out at the stuff that they don't own, and it's just what your close vicinity. You lash out, like, sometimes you hurt your loved ones, but it doesn't make, that's why I was saying the protests always get piggybacked by bored people. People that are in the streets that are like up to no good, just bored. It don't matter what the cause is. It could be we against jeans because they restrict our legs. They gonna
burn up a building.
Start burning jeans on the pole, like burning jeans. And they just gonna do whatever they can do to be destructive. And it's like, at what point do we kind of evolve in how we attack stuff? Because they have a good point. They're protesting against the inhumane activity of it, right?
Yeah.
That's cool. But what can you do? How can you affect it? What's an effective way to boycott protests, hurt their pockets? What can you do besides just marching in the street? Like, we've been doing that since the 60s. Like, we haven't progressed.
Nope.
All right.
And we're not
with all of this
results.
internet, with all this social media, with all the, and I guess it does get attention. People say it brings eyes to a cause, but when it brings the National Guard and Marines.
Yeah, and Trump usurped Governor Newsom's power and took control of the National Guard because Newsom was like, I'm not deploying them.
Mm-hmm.
So Trump used his executive order powers to bring in the National Guard, and the court said, yeah, he has the right to do it because of his presidential power to control the military, whether it's the state's military or the country's military. So they're here. And then the crazy thing is everybody in the National Guard, like that's like calling up us. Like if we were in the National Guard, we would literally have to be out there busting our neighbors and our friends up just in the streets acting a fool. And it's like, now you and you may not even be for deportation, but you got a job you got to do.
Following orders.
Yeah, and I saw some Army vets going live and saying, you know, it was numbers you can call and to deny and not go out there. But you also are putting your livelihood at risk, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, I get it. You have to stand for something, and I don't agree with this, cool. But if I lose my way of feeding my family, the way of taking care, all behind a cause that don't affect me, but I understand it's wrong and I don't agree with it.
Mm-hmm.
It just put a lot of people in a risky situations, you know?
Yeah. And is National Guard, is that just like a reserve? Or you're not always on duty, you just on reserve, like you have to do like, what, 2 deployments a year
some
or something
shit like that. Because I used to work with a bunch of dudes in the reserves and National Guards, and they had leave that they would take to go, or they would work on the weekends, stuff like that.
Yeah, a lot of times they work on the weekends.
Tanya,
yeah,
Tanya, yeah.
But was she in the National Guard or was she in the Army?
She was in the Army, but now
she's in the Army Reserve.
Yeah.
See,
but she still be having to leave.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I think because she's in the reserve, so she has to leave and do her whatever the tour is for them.
Right.
For that amount of time, then she comes back.
Yeah.
But as far as the National Guard, I'm not quite sure how they deployments and
I don't know
what their job.
And then it's crazy because how does the National Guard? What do they say? Like they can protect against foreign and
the National Guard only protects against domestic.
It's a domestic and foreign though. I was watching somebody break it down, and they were saying like basically, you guys are going against your own code because they are supposed to be protecting the citizens if like we have a tyrant for a president and he wants to take over and do things. They like you're supposed to be protecting us from him.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just they put a lot of people in messed up situations, man. And like you said, that was the angle was the criminal aspect.
Mm-hmm.
We going after the criminals, but all we see is mamas and hardworking dads and stuff getting snatched up.
Yeah, car wash by my house. I was like, man, they used to be a little jam packed with employees. There's probably like 10 or 12 of them over there. I'm like, this is crazy.
And that's scandalous.
And then the guy at the gym I go to, that's always cleaning the machines and stuff. I haven't seen him at all since I've been back.
He might have, and that's the cold part. Right. He might have got deported.
Exactly.
Yeah, because they was at the marshals around the corner from my house. They was out there like 6 a.m. setting up. I said, so they about to attack this whole little little parking structure, of all these different little restaurants and little, clothing stores and stuff over there.
And nobody, and to be honest, no American's going to do any of these jobs that they do. We're not about to start washing cars. We're not going to be out picking fruit in no fields. We're not about to be in hotels making up beds and cleaning them up. You're like,
they will if we get people off welfare. If they stop government, it's like that people would have to
for the wages that they're paying those people.
If you had no other means of making money and you couldn't sit on your ass and
what's that money doing if you're getting peanut checks?
Well, they're doing something with it
because they're working like multiple jobs.
That's what I'm saying.
They're doing a hotel a day.
But that's what we have to get. Like that is a thing that needs to get back to the ingrained into the people of America is you have to work to get what you want. And I'm not saying it's fair because
if the pay is right, then people are doing it.
The pay is not even right. We have great pay and stuff, but even that's not enough.
Mm-hmm.
Even that's not enough. But if they can make it and not live beyond their means and make shit ends meet with what they're doing, other people can do that too. But we have our ideology, our thoughts are we deserve so much more, or we want to have a house. Maybe you need a studio. But maybe you need to be living at a lower level.
Those low-income workers, they're living multiple people in one home.
Yeah.
And you think people are going to start living... Could you live in a house with 6 or 7 families?
I would think that people would have... If I had to, people would have to make the adjustment.
With your family, you go... It's... Like, I've been in houses like that, and it's, like, crazy. You have one family right there in the living room. You have another family here. another family in that room, and y'all all sharing a 3-4 bedroom.
But
house
you know what they do though?
Families.
That also catapults them into multiple houses.
Mm-hmm.
They move. It be 3 families in one home. Then this family save up. Then you get this home over here. Now it's 2 families in this home, 1 family in this home.
And supporting
you save up.
That depends if they're doing like if those kids are like in nursing school and actually doing stuff. But if you're working low income jobs, you just live that way. But
it's still if it's enough of us, we can afford it.
But they're still putting their kids through. Look. But they're still putting their kids through school, and the next generation is not the same.
Right.
The next generation is a level up. They're leveling up through those means that you're saying that no American. But I guarantee you, if they had no other option but to do that,
we would be doing it.
They would do it. They would have to.
Americans will be in the fields, hot fields, picking strawberries. I'm telling you right now.
I wouldn't be in no.
I don't care what your means.
I wouldn't be in no field picking strawberries if I had a welfare government check coming.
Even before welfare government checks was coming. People went out there picking fields. Once slavery ended,
assistance has crippled America, man. It has made people soft. It has made people
So if they remove all jobs and the only job is picking strawberries, you not gonna do it?
Yeah, you're gonna be out there. You're gonna be
if
a strawberry.
That's the only way you
food.
know you feed your kids is I gotta go out there and pick these strawberries.
Creative to do
it ain't nothing creative.
I can't be a car wash man. I can't start my own car wash. I can't clean up people's.
You're gonna work your way up to be the car wash owner. You're gonna be washing cars and then you're gonna own the car wash.
I'm gonna have my car. Then I'm with a bucket and some liquid, and I'm gonna be going to people's houses washing their car.
Yeah, that's the jobs that you say.
But people do that.
But you're saying that's the job that you saying people don't want.
I'm talking about at a car wash. When we pull up to the car wash, those people washing our cars at the car wash, you're not gonna go work in no car wash.
If I had to, 16-year-old, a 17-year-old,
you never seen one there.
They're gonna have to. I'm saying it has been made up. The system has been set up to where you're allowed to be lazy, and you can have the position and the thought process like, I'm not doing that.
No, it's people don't want to do them jobs because they feel like they're better and they go do something else. It's not that they're just sitting around on their ass not working. It's like, I'm not going to do that.
They're either collecting unemployment, they're collecting something, they're getting paid some kind of dividend, some ends to a means. They're getting paid something.
People are working, but they're just not working those type of jobs. Like that's what I'm talking about. Those particular jobs people don't want to work.
Yeah, because they have...
And if you're on welfare, you don't have a work ethic to go out there anyway. You be picking 2 strawberries an hour talking about, oh, it's hot. And I got workers' comp and I'm going to need to take my break. You think they talking about that? Them people out there working their ass off.
This ingrained. That's what I'm trying to say. Because they have no other option. That it's been ingrained in them to work hard. It's been ingrained in us to be lazy. You can't say America's not.
Oh, we are lazy. We fat, lazy, and violent. We are
but
fat,
they
lazy,
started,
violent
but
country.
maybe it's because we're unhealthy. We're so violent. Also,
they started there, and moved their way up through the years, and they started at the low positions, and now they the supervisors. Now they
getting their people in.
Now they the HR, and now they this and that.
While we looked at them and said, you doing some bullshit job.
Yeah, the granddaddies might have had the bullshit jobs, but now the grandkids is the one running the show.
Yeah, or going to school, getting a degree, doing something because they had the foresight to see like, okay, I'll work my fingers to the bone so the next generation will not have to work as hard or not have to do this. And so that their next generation can do this.
And that's because that next generation is born here, so they don't have to work those jobs like we don't want to work them. Like just because your grandfather was picking strawberries or your parents, that don't mean you have to because now you're an American citizen. So you're not restricted to, I have to work these specific jobs because of my immigration status. When you're in America, you can do anything.
It's still you don't have to worry about it. But a lot of them took lower level jobs. It just wasn't the picking strawberries. It was something else, but it was the same pay. The same equivalent, or maybe $2-3 more than what
talking about the kids of these people?
Yeah, the kids of these people.
I don't know no kid from our generation.
From whose generation?
From whose parents was working low income jobs where they're followed in their parents' footsteps. Maybe if it was like their own personal like cleaning service or housekeeping or something, you may bring your kids or the gardeners. They may have their kid come out there in the summer and work with them, but those kids didn't become gardeners.
I seen daycare owners turn their children into daycare owners.
Yeah, because it's lucrative.
But that's what I'm saying. Is you have to
working in the strawberry field is not lucrative.
Owning a strawberry field is lucrative.
Who owns a strawberry field?
That's just like you seen people work at McDonald's flipping burgers and fries, starting at the fries, and now they own fucking 3 McDonald's.
Yeah, because you're young and you start there. You don't come in.
But
when I worked at Rally's,
the difference is when they're foreign, an African will come in and do the job, whatever, and hustle his way just like...
if his immigration status isn't right, he's not going to hustle his way up. That's what I'm saying. If I was born in Africa and I came here and I had my kids on American soil, which made them Americans, and I was working at Rally's, I couldn't work my way up the chain because my immigration status don't allow me to move up.
What I'm saying is...
But my kids, if I brought them in and they start working there, yes, they can start as a teenager working at Rally's and then work their way up the totem pole.
But I'm not saying they necessarily have to work up the totem pole in Rally's. I'm saying that your outlook is you're going to do more than what your parent did. If your parent was a Rally's worker, maybe you want to be an electrician.
Of course.
And then,
because
they provided that for you. So they provided you the clothes and the opportunity to go to schools and this and that. With their low income wages, they still put you through school. But what we don't have is the foresight to see like, okay, I will have to struggle my whole life. So my kids don't have to struggle. It doesn't have to be, they work their way up in Rally's all the way up. I'm talking about you did that job so your kid can go into plumbing. Or your kid, or a city job, or a government job, stuff like that.
And that's what I'm saying. So once your kid is born in this nation, you're able to do whatever you need to do as far as, you're not restricted, but you don't have the same restrictions on you that your parent had or your grandparent.
So you're saying eventually everybody's going to level up and those jobs, no one's going to want to do those jobs?
No, because there's always going to be a new group of people coming in to replace the people that were already there that either aged out or something happened.
Only place I see kids working that were when I was a kid, where we all used to work, only place I see them working is In and Out now. Every job, Rallies, a Jack in the Box, all that stuff, it was kids.
Yeah, but now it's immigrants is working that job.
Yeah.
So things are different now. And just like I was saying, so when my kids, if I'm an immigrant coming in this country, they're not restricted.
I get what you're saying.
That's the whole point.
But I get what you're saying.
So
but
of course that generation is going to be better.
But there's people in this country right now that are restricted and limited by their own brain.
Yeah, that's just
their own laziness.
Yeah.
And that was because they've been coddled and they've been on the government nipple. They've been caught. They've been you can't just throw shit at people so that they can just not do anything. You should only be able to be on this for so long, and these are
or certain requirements
to stay on. Yeah. We can't have people just living their whole life
on government assistance.
And I'm not talking about a black thing, a Mexican thing, because there's white people on government assistance.
There's more of them than anybody.
There's more of them than anybody other race on the planet.
But it's not conducive to building a productive society.
No, because it puts you in the mind state of I'm gonna do the bare minimum to keep what I have. Like if I'm in an apartment and I'm paying $97 a month because I have government assistance for a 2-bedroom, 2-bath apartment, most people are not gonna be like, okay, I'm gonna stay here and pay this, stack my money up and start a business or get a better job. 99% of them people be on that shit until they die.
Yeah. And I'm not against them putting restrictions in.
So it does, like what Rio said. I agree with you, but I'm saying what Rios is saying too, because I believe that too. It cripples your mindset of, because you like, I gotta go better myself. My rent $100.
I'm chilling and I could be at home all day. I don't gotta do nothing. I ain't gotta sweat. I got air conditioning.
My rent $100.
You didn't have air conditioning for 7 hours.
You was about to lose your mind. You know what I'm saying? So it puts a lot of people, because when you look at these government assisted, like our low income apartments and stuff like that, these people been there 20, 30 years.
Generations.
They kids still be there after, So it's like, it doesn't put you in a mindset of like, I'm going to better myself. it puts you in the mindset of I'm cool, I'm fine right here.
I'm content with this.
Yeah. Knowing it's so much more and it's so much better for you out there in the world.
But what I do know is car washing field jobs ain't gonna help them get out of that mentality.
It's going. I'm saying at least they would have to work for what they got.
But they're not. No,
what I was saying if that Nobody was the last what you had to do, you gonna do it until you didn't have to do it anymore. I'm not saying you got to do it for the next 5 to 10 years.
How do you grow from there? Yeah,
save.
How do you grow professionally from picking strawberries?
Maybe it's not you. Maybe it's your kids that grow from it.
How many people have
It might not be you.
But how many success stories have we saw from people that have started like in the slums or low income jobs? Like I didn't make shit. I was sleeping in my car.
But they have a plan. And they was
how like, they had a plan?
They had to have a plan.
No, it just this shit finally worked out for me. Something flipped and happened. Man, I met like old boy is I forget his name. He just retired not too long ago.
Ahmed.
This nigga's a liar. He just randomly threw a name out.
That's his Tourette's. He said Ahmed.
For sure Tourette's. He works for the city of Long Beach. And because Tiff Pops knew him. Tiff Pops told me the story. They met and he had to go down there. You know, Tiff Pops was the architect, so he would have to go down to the city and get stuff approved. And he met him and they had dealings with each other. And he started as a janitor.
Yeah.
And he didn't have no plan. He started as a janitor from him building a rapport with whoever was like the top man at the time that was
seeing
making
what
like
the possibilities
$1 million a year. They just having conversation every day.
Okay. So think about this. You said the city of Long Beach. Mm-hmm. There's so many job opportunities with the city of Long Beach. You can start as a graffiti wipe up person,
right?
And you can make your way all the way up to the mayor.
He was
in
working
the strawberry field.
He was
working. Where are you going from there?
You keep focusing on that person.
Because I'm strictly focused on the very low income jobs.
Yeah. So listen, I'm telling you,
there's a lot of low income jobs.
But some of them have room to grow. Like you can start somewhere.
No. So what I'm trying to tell you, those might be where you can't grow.
But he didn't even let me finish the story.
Your family can grow out of it. Your kids can grow out of it. That's what we're talking about.
The guy who hired him to a job he knew nothing about. It had nothing to do with him being a janitor whatsoever.
Yeah.
He was the exec in the building. The guy just happened to be a janitor in that building. So he's just, doing his job every day. What did he get hired
to? What did he get promoted to?
I forgot what it was.
I know it wasn't nothing.
No, it's something crazy because he literally didn't have no idea. The man liked him so much and saw his how smart he was and was like, man, come and I'm gonna put some people with you and they're gonna show you what to do and how to, I'm gonna teach you the game. We're gonna teach you the game and come on.
So I want you to do some more research on this and
I'm gonna get his name and everything. I'm gonna get it for you. We can
talk about that in the next episode.
I was tripping off that wait, what? And he was a janitor. Mm-hmm. He had no clue of what the guy was doing. They just every day we see each other. It went from speaking to actually having conversation, and the man liked him so much. He was like, "I'm gonna give you a chance."
Mm-hmm.
I think
that's all it's about.
I think you better than this job.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. I think you better than this job. But he had no clue what he was. Yeah, he started doing his own research once he figured out what was going on. Mm-hmm. And started learning a little of it on his own.
Because I feel with any job, you're going to get the best learning experience or not learning experience, but you're going to learn how to do that job from actually being on the job.
Right.
No book or no. It's got all that on-site training. That's what's going to help you.
But you don't learn that shit sitting on your ass on your couch getting paid to sit on your ass.
I don't want everybody to do that. Yeah, get them off of it. I'm all for it.
Because I think
take them off of government.
I think there's a possibility that we are handicapping our country. And not even a possibility. I know we're handicapping people.
Yeah, bro. That's what I'm saying. Look how many. It's so many smart people that's just sitting on their ass. Because, like I said, they rent is $100.
Yeah.
Because
we know a lot of niggas in the hood, they got ingenuity. They can do all kind of stuff. You're like, damn.
Niggas I done been in some places with some geniuses and you just wasting all your time and your genius in here or in the hood.
Yeah.
When you could be doing so much more. And like I said, you get stuck in complacent places because shit is so hard as well. You know, rent is high as shit, car notes, insurance.
But they don't get chances.
Food,
a lot of
groceries.
chances they don't get either.
So
you got to cut that umbilical cord.
So I understand and I know, like, okay, my rent normally is $2,500.
Oh wait, your hand is going in front of the camera. Manny's camera.
Good, block this clown
Slap
out. Nah.
We figured it out, y'all. Still working on the
You know, you go from you understanding, you know, rent is $2,500. This car note is gonna be anywhere between $500 to $700. You know, groceries might cost you $1,500, $1,200, $1,000 a month. You know what I'm saying?
Because everything's high as giraffe.
Everything high as giraffe. But
giraffe what?
Eyelashes.
Oh, okay.
I'm in a place to where y'all paying for my groceries. Y'all paying for my rent.
But some people do need assistance. Like
no, and
I know a lot of people work.
I know.
There are mentally
ill.
No,
I'm not saying
there
that.
Are
I'm not saying
handicapped.
that.
There are people that do need to be on there, but there are some people.
There's a lot of people that don't need it, or they need it for the a short time frame, and that like it goes from I'm gonna just stay on this for a year or two.
Yeah, I'm gonna build out of this. Yeah.
It's 15 years and you still here.
But a lot of people on government assistance also have jobs. Like there's like people that work at Walmart.
Yeah.
A lot of those workers are on government assistance,
Yeah.
and they work in buku hours.
Facts.
And it still don't make enough for them to have a comfortable living to support their family. So they need the assistance.
But they out there busting their butt.
Yeah, but and there's also people sitting around on their ass.
But I'm saying, you know,
collecting the check.
when you getting Section 8, you getting EBT, you getting this and you getting that, it cripples your mindset because it's like, I don't want to go out. What I'm going to go out and work on?
Yeah, I know some people
work
in their
hard.
20s. I know some people in their 20s just trying to get EBT. I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Like you have no criminal record.
No, nothing.
You've graduated from school. You got a degree with good grades. Why are you?
Like he said, it cripples
EBT?
your mindset.
Before you're allowed to go on welfare, how many years did you serve in the Army? That's the before you can sign up for welfare, you got to serve the country.
I don't know. That's
I'm just giving an example.
That's a slippery slope.
Because like Manny said, it is people that need it, you know?
No,
like,
there's people like, okay.
Shit, I've needed it at times.
Yes, there are
Like,
certain
Can I
cases.
take some right now?
You
If I'm passing it out.
You feel
Let me pay you $100 for 50 of that.
Let me get an EB3.
They pay $100 for 200 of
I
that.
love an EB3 car right now.
There are circumstances where, yes, there are adverse situations where people do need help. I get it.
Yeah.
And we got a lot of elderly people.
But when you're like, what's the movie Batman? The Batman movie with Bane, where he broke his back and he was trying to escape.
Batman Returns.
And he was trying to escape,
Or Dark Knight Returns.
but he didn't have the fear of death because he had the rope on him.
Yeah.
He was like, you have to cut the rope so that you have the fear of death to actually escape.
Escape, yep.
So you have to have the fear of, if I don't get it, my child is going to starve. You know what I mean? Like, there's no fear there. There's no fear of, if I don't make ends meet, ends are not going to meet.
Yeah.
And I just think that we need a little bit of that. We need a little bit of a kick in the ass in a lot of areas. And that's why this ties into the Trump thing. He came after California, Los Angeles, because you cut the head, the body will fall. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So he came after the one was the most densely populated immigrants, illegal immigrants, whatever you want to call them, that was also going to start an uproar. And you know, LA is known for fighting back.
Right.
LA is known for fighting back.
Crippled us in every way possible.
And so you go after the head and the rest, and now he's going all over doing what he's doing. But
so they like, if we see California go down, we don't stand a chance.
Don't stand a chance.
So we gonna just start self-deporting.
Right.
Yeah, they said as of today, 1 million immigrants have self-deported themselves.
Really?
Yep.
Damn, no, we're not talking about that. I didn't even think about the ones that's like, dude, oh, hold on.
Yeah.
Let me take control.
So I'm not in no detention and all this other stuff.
Yeah.
And that's another thing. They holding them in these camps where they making money off of. That's a whole new
revenues
stream for the guys who created these prisons. Or so
I wonder if those are privately owned also.
They're privately owned. Yeah, they are.
See,
are they?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh shit.
Yeah, a lot of them private.
There ain't no government.
And they were saying,
so the camps, they're I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Ooh.
This is all. It's all a money play and everything. Everything's about money.
It's a money play always.
You see, the senator got smoked. Like, I'm just, my bad. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Senators in Minnesota.
The Minnesota.
Yeah, they caught old boy too, but
they said their houses got looted too. The dead couple's house got looted.
Damn.
Really?
Yeah.
And they said, "Oh boy, had a manifesto in his car with a bunch of names on it."
Yeah, he's about to get.
Was that real?
What?
It sounded like Manchurian Candidate to me. Like it sounded like
they activated him there.
Yeah,
I mean, Bucky. It sounded like Bucky.
Yeah. The Winter Soldier.
I'm not laughing at the
we're not laughing at the Winter Soldier.
Bucky.
Not laughing at
summer. They activated the Summer Soldier for this mission.
Man, and but it tells you like the temperature of like how volatile things are right now.
Yeah, our politicians, like I said, we violent, fat, and what else did I say?
Violent, fat,
and lazy. Yeah, we violent, fat, and lazy in America, and we seeing everything happen right now.
I think we are at the point of where the minimal ability, you need the minimal ability to be something. Like, look at Ted Cruz. Did you see Tucker Carlson just shred him?
Yeah,
he was like, you want to invade Iran.
How many citizens?
How many citizens? How many this? How many that? Ask him, what's the main? He didn't know none of the stuff.
It's like, and you want to go attack this country, and you don't know anything about what's your plan with these citizens.
Like, I'm fine with you attacking them, but what about them? What do you know about them? He's like, I don't know.
But that's how all of this stuff happened. The immigration issues happen because we go tear these countries apart, whether it be with bombs or we do political things and take puppets out and like these South American countries.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And now the countries are destabilized and these people trying to get out of there.
Nicaragua. Was it Nicaragua?
Yeah,
like Ecuador?
Yeah. So we doing all of this stuff in these other countries and these citizens like, we can't stay here anymore. It's rebel. Mm-hmm. Like we were good underneath the leadership of whatever dictator that America say is a dictator with their propaganda than they were. Now that we got this puppet in place and the country is bombed and it's like we can't even live here. It's inhabitable.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So we're doing a lot of this stuff and it's not like these people are just coming just because they want to leave. Like we're causing problems in other countries and it's causing them, the citizens, want to leave. Like we out of here.
It's crazy because you see that we will put something in play to make the government unstable.
Operation Freedoms.
You know, like what?
Yeah.
Like, wait, I don't want to be free.
Yeah.
Like, no. We're going to go here. We're going to make this economy unstable. We're going to do this. We're going to cause all this stuff to happen.
We're going to blow up your schools and everything. And
it's bad, man. I just am like not confused, but I'm at a place where I don't know what's next.
Yeah.
Like, we literally don't know.
We on the brink of World War III.
World War III could be happening, depending on what Trump decides to do with Iran.
Is this not considered World War III?
We on the
verge. It depends on what Trump decides to do.
We got one foot in the door.
Wait, so what makes it not World War III right now?
Because nobody else is involved here right now. It's just Israel and
just two
Iran.
countries. Okay.
And they got Russia and Ukraine. So now if we decide to jump in and start bombing Iran, China,
and Russia will come to the aid of
North
Iran.
Korea, and whoever their other allies are, may come in and step in and start giving Iran weapons to start bombing Israel. Mm-hmm. So now it's turning into a full-fledged war. And now we have World War III. So anything can happen. And then Iran's supreme leader said, if America, but they always making threats. I don't know if it's just empty or what. They said if America gets involved, it's going to be it's going to be to their detriment. And also Trump's base is turning on them now because if he gets involved in it, because they're like, you said you weren't getting us involved in all these foreign wars in the Middle East.
He sure did.
Having our citizens killed and all this stuff.
He was about
But now you about to jump in it. Like, stand up and
he wanted praise for pulling all the soldiers out.
Yeah. Stand on what you said.
About to throw us right back into
He was down talking Obama for having all our soldiers in places. He was like, look how he got all them people over there. Our soldiers need to be home.
These never-ending wars. He was on Bush and Obama for all these wars.
And now you look what you're doing.
And this he's going to end up, either he's going to do it or he's not going to do it. I wonder what he's going to do. Nobody knows. He even said, he's like, I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do.
He just also stated, he said, we know exactly where the Supreme Leader is.
Yeah.
But you're lucky we don't want
to kill you for now.
And we don't want any innocent casualties.
Yeah.
But he's like, I know like this.
He cold, man. He cold.
Donnie Long.
And
I disagree with him with a lot of things.
But he's straightforward.
He's straightforward. He said, I know exactly where you are.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's BS, but
they know. If they say, we got spies and all kind of stuff in America.
Come on now. Technology. With drones and everything, I'm pretty sure.
You seen that show, what was it, Eagle Eye or whatever, where they had the little
Eagle
beetle, the eye in the sky.
Oh yeah.
Where they had they were in like an African country, and then it was a American CIA agent who turned and was helping like this terrorist group in that African nation, and then they had like a little.
It's a show or a movie?
It's a movie, and they had a little June bug. There was a drone that flew into the house and was just sitting on like your fan right there, just listening to the conversation. And then they had to drop. They were trying to decide if they were going to hit the compound with a bomb, but there's some stuff going on the outside where they didn't want to know. Like, do we do it? Which was crazy because I know they don't care about that stuff. If y'all watch the movie, you'll see it.
But we don't even know the name of it.
It's Eye in the Sky.
It's called Eye in the Sky?
Eye in the Sky.
You ever heard of Eye in the Sky?
All you gotta do is look it up. Eye in the Sky.
You're lying right now.
No, I'm not. Deadass.
Okay, Eye in the Sky. I gotta look at it.
I'm gonna send it to you so you don't.
Are you ready for if something goes down? Are you ready?
I'm as ready as I can be.
Are you ready as you can be?
Yeah, I don't know how long it's gonna last or what's gonna happen, but my family will be taken care of. No.
I'm not as ready as I can be.
Me either.
But I know what I'm willing to do to be ready.
Yeah, that's what I'm falling on.
And that's the difference between y'all and me. I don't want to go hunting.
Yeah. You feel me?
Fucking God. This shit is dope too. It's got some stuff in here. But no, you're going to have to defend.
That's the movie.
Okay. 2015?
Yeah.
Okay.
Of course you have to defend your I'm ready for that, but I don't want to be out in the fracas. I don't want to be out in the hunting. Me neither.
I
want to be hunkered down with my game plan in place.
Yeah. Chilling.
And if anything,
and hoping everything pass over.
Exactly. I don't want to be out like, oh man, I gotta go get some food. I gotta get some water. I gotta get some candles. I gotta get some.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to be in that because that's where all the chaos happens. You may not ever return.
It's a couple people I gotta see. When it goes, I know exactly where I'm going. A couple people I gotta see. But I have my ghillie suit on.
I know I'm gonna be Wolverine if I need be. I know that much.
But
you feel me?
But it's crazy because we might be there.
Yeah.
We literally might be there. We're at a place in time where we might be there.
And we never thought it would. And what's one of the first places they gonna want to bomb if they attack over here? LAX.
They go hit the airports.
The ports.
They go hit bridges. They go hit whatever satellite images they have or wherever our missile launching places
San Diego.
Are. But and they probably got some just Ontario Hills Mall may have one silo somewhere.
Yeah, you never know. Yeah. Right. So much.
Are you guys having the conversation with your kids? Are you talking to them yet?
No, because I don't really want to scare them.
Yeah, I don't want to put them in
not necessarily scare them, but are you talking to them about in case? No, if this happens,
I haven't even had that conversation.
We got to start having those conversations.
You're right.
Because we could talk about it and say this is not happening anytime soon, but this is protocol. This is the protocol. This is what we need to do because we do it for if the house catches on fire. This is what you do. If there's an earthquake, this is what you do. Yeah. But we also need to start implementing because we talked to now another thing we have to talk to our kids about, which is crazy that we have to talk about school shootings.
Yeah, that's insane.
We have to talk to our kids about what to do, how to conduct themselves during school shootings.
I tell them every time they go somewhere. Like if you go, I'm like, if you see anything that's out of normal and things start looking like they leave. Don't go over there with your phone trying to record. Don't try and find out. Just leave. Call me and leave.
Yeah.
Don't go trying to figure out what's going on over there. Like leave. It's not worth it because bullets or whatever's going to happen don't have anybody's name on it. You can be a victim of car come flying through. Anything.
I've sketched a few names and.
I have a manifesto.
I'm just playing.
What's my nigga name? Deegan? I'm gonna be him.
Man.
From The Walking Dead.
Man.
He was a cold motor scooter.
So we've implemented it. We've implemented it with school shootings and with dangers.
My kids actually had started doing drills at school.
Like
that's crazy. We were doing fire and earthquake
drill.
drills.
They did a school shooting drill. I said, this is sad.
When I saw that they were promoting backpacks with bulletproof backpacks, so that the bullet,
I'm like, this is sad.
So if we're doing that, we have to start implementing 2 to 3 more things into it.
Yeah, because I mean, it's a lot for these kids to deal with.
But I'm just talking
but
about.
They see it.
Yeah,
but they see it.
But check this out.
Too,
what if something happens when your kid is at school? Now, and I'm not talking about a school shooting. What if something goes down? Like they 10 miles from home.
Yeah.
Right.
Do they know what where the meetup is? Like, if something goes down, this is where. No. If you're not home, this is where you go. If you're not home, this is how I get in contact with you, or this is what it is. Yeah. And this is where you stay.
Because 9 times out of 10, it probably will happen when
you're separated.
All gone. You're separated. Yep.
Yeah. Wife is at work. Do you guys have protocol? Like, when this happens, this is how you make it home, or this is the best route. Don't go this way. Don't go like. We have to have those things in place.
I didn't think about that.
Yeah, I'm an expert. I got this bugging guy the other day. Yeah.
I can tell. Just where your mindset is. I can tell you.
Since Father's Day?
Yeah. So it's been about a solid 3-4 days?
3-4 days. He locked in.
You locked in, boy.
Yeah, I'm basically a Navy SEAL.
I can only imagine how you're going to be.
More of a Navy SEAL than Suave now, huh? God,
I can only imagine where you're going to be in 3 weeks.
Man, what? This place
it's gonna be a gas explosion at an oil refinery. I'm gonna be in the flood control with a mask on, satellite phone, like
with his
where you at?
With his hair hanging.
I'm at echolocation.
Echolocation.
We did the exfil to this location.
Yeah, the oil refinery.
Start talking to us like Rambo. Like, bro, you not sloth.
Hey, man, but. We don't know what's around the corner.
True. We don't.
We don't know what's around the corner.
I was talking to Soleil, and Milan walked up on her and was like, Mom, do you see what's about to happen? We about to be World War III. So that's why I said they see it. They seeing it, you know, because they got these TikToks and they on their phones and, you know, iPads. So they see it. So they know.
And it's crazy because, like, sometimes I don't know what sources they're seeing on TikTok that's giving them the information. Right. And it can be, like, funny information that's not conducive to their mental state.
Right.
And not getting information from, like, reliable sources or whatever.
But that's also the warfare also. Yeah. That's a part of the warfare. Yeah. Dumbing down.
And that's what they do. Like I said, we dumb, fat, and violent. So that's what they making us dumber.
Oh, you added one. It was lazy.
Oh, lazy.
So you added dumb.
Now we dumb, fat, lazy,
and
violent.
So they're making us dumb. They're making us fat. Lazy. We already lazy. And we soft.
Oh, so you said 5.
Yeah, so we soft.
We soft as cotton.
So
medicated.
They making them because America used to be. We don't do it. We do everything ourselves. Everything's made in America. If you can't get up
by your bootstraps,
yeah, we was doing all that stuff. But now it's everybody's outsourcing. Nobody know how to do anything. Like our parents' generation is the last generation of guys and people that actually did stuff themselves.
Brakes.
Yeah.
Doing oil changes on you, you know.
But they also making these cars way harder for you to work on personally. Yeah, exactly. Unless you got an old school. Then you may have some people in our generation that still work on certain cars. But now if you do something now, they like, you voided your warranty.
Right.
Yep.
Changing your own oil.
You change your own oil, voided your
warranty.
Dummy.
Yeah.
Woo.
So
and then you see they starting to put the oil, like how to get to the oil down.
Way at the bottom.
At the bottom of the engine now to where you can't get to it from the top like that.
You have to lift the car up, take half the dang bottom of the car
apart just to get to
just to turn that filter. Like that's getting to turn that filter exactly. Is the oil be at the bottom, but getting to that filter that they put it in places now where it's you can't spin it off.
But that's some good thinking, SEAL Team 7.
Yeah, you know, I've been training for about 3 days.
So anybody need help with survival? I'll let your man.
If you have a question, I know I can go get the information out this book. It's dope.
You know who I've been watching, and he's been like on this for over a year. He's a gun enthusiast named Grand Thumb.
Oh, Grand Thumb? Yeah. I know you're talking about.
I love Grand Thumb. Like I love his page. I've been locked in.
Shout out to Grand Thumb.
But he does different scenarios of like if we were attacked on American soil, like how to trek through like the mountains, how to do this, how to do that. And I haven't watched in a while, like maybe a couple months. I think I've been consumed with a lot of BS on YouTube. But I was like Myron Golden. Shout out to Myron Golden. I'll be tuned into him all the time.
Who is that?
He's a black man who is very successful now. But he...
Oh, yeah, you sent me the... I know. I sent you.
So I've been locked into him and a few other people as well.
Is Myron a bald-headed black man?
Nah. He got gray hair. Older brother. He got all gray hair, gray beard. dark skin.
So you just been sending it to him?
No, I sent it in a group chat.
Maybe I missed it.
Yeah, maybe
no, you for sure did. But continue.
In Colombia, eat bologna sandwiches.
Yeah.
That's funny because I did make a.
Look at you, fat boy.
I made a sandwich tray for us, man. We had turkey breast. I cut them up and it was like a platter, like this big full of sandwiches, man. It was wild. We had to do it, man.
Good for you, man.
Yeah,
good for you.
Go ahead.
That's good.
Go back to the guy Myron.
You talking about the things on YouTube that you've been checking out or whatever?
So but Grand Thumb had touched on that. He has different videos on that, like if we were attacked on American soil. These are some of the things you could do, how you can handle it, how to trek, how to watch out for all kind of stuff, man. He's dope. Check it out. For sure, because watching that, it will definitely could, take some notes and help you.
You guys want me to put together like some survival courses?
Yeah,
I would love that, actually.
Absolutely.
I would love that. I'll put a course together and it's like 2 days, can you survive?
Yeah.
And it'll be out like wherever I set it up, I'll set up a course.
We're gonna have shit exploding around you and everything.
It's gonna be like
let's go to
what was the movie?
Let's go to AZ and get a bunch
like
of fireworks.
Tropic Thunder.
They gonna think they're in a movie, but it's like, nah, this is real life, homie.
We lost, man. We still fucking lost, man. Oh shoot! All right, man. So that's one messaging for today. That we do need to get serious on is talking to our kids about, like we've taught them about weaponry and stuff like that, and keeping them, but those logistics of protocol,
where to meet up,
and that's one thing we need to do.
That's smart. Very smart.
Are you guys celebrating Juneteenth this year? I feel like the older I'm getting, the more I'm locked in with Juneteenth.
Yeah.
Like I feel like as a kid, we really didn't do much.
I don't even think it was a thing back then.
I don't even think I really didn't have too much information on it.
Yeah.
Or to where I understood the importance of it, like as I do today.
The 2015s or the teens, that's when it started getting more
notoriety.
Yeah,
and people started understanding and knowing like Juneteenth
and then it became a national holiday in the 2020.
Something like that.
Yeah, during like COVID or something, maybe a little bit before COVID.
Yeah.
And so our family, we barbecue.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to my brother Rick's house tomorrow for it. But I'm also gonna make some stuff for myself to have, because for me for barbecues, there's certain things I want to eat, and when you go to different places for barbecues, they may not have everything.
So you're bringing your own barbecue just for you?
No, I'm going to barbecue and have a little bit of barbecue at my house.
He wants to.
A little bit of stuff at my house for us to have. Maybe later on.
When you come back.
Yeah, the next day or whatever.
When you come back from eating, you're going to have more food to eat.
Yes, the next day. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So what is the things that you like to have? What is it?
I like, it's simple. I just like.
Or is it that you don't like other people's barbecue? You've gotten like that now? You've gotten that far along now? Where you don't like other people's barbecue? No,
I'm going to eat. I'm eating, man. I'm going to eat.
You critiquing people's barbecue now?
I'm not critiquing it. Hey, man.
You've gone too far.
Hey, man.
Nah, I feel him though, because
barbecue, you got to like certain barbecue. Like barbecue, I'm particular about
consume
my barbecue.
I love consuming
about my barbecue.
And that's why if it's not proper, I'm going to be hot. Like we went to that barbecue fest.
You weren't happy?
Not with the place that we got that plate from.
We waited like an hour. They said he won a tournament.
But you said you wasn't going to do that. You said you wasn't going to go to the one that was the famous person.
It was his idea. But to be fair to him, in that place, and he brought it to my attention. He said, it's different when you doing it for a barbecue competition because they're only cooking for the judges. Whereas when you cooking for a mat, because he says the same thing about Mother's Day and all the holidays, like the food at the restaurants are the worst around those times because they're trying to turn it out so fast. So they're not putting as much time and effort and precision into preparing it. So out there, the barbecue fest, they were actually, instead of for the actual contest, they're only cooking for the judges, like I said. But out there, they're trying to make food for 300 plus people.
Facts.
And have it come out fast. So it's not going to get the same
quality.
Yeah. You're going to get the quantity, but you're not going to get the quality out of it. So that may be the reason it wasn't.
Well, but you said The only reason why I might disagree with that is you said like the people that aren't as because the people that aren't as famous don't have to cook for that many because they're not in demand like the champion.
Right.
Oh, okay. I get it.
And we saw it was all kind of different setups out there.
It
like
was.
Some people had grand setups. Some people just had like small
little setups.
Yeah.
But the guy who we waited on, he was from the city.
Oh, he was from Long Beach?
He's from the city. And he won Bledsoe's barbecue tournament, whatever.
That was at the Compton Airport.
Yeah, at the Compton Airport
last year.
So that's why he had the biggest line. And, and multiple people there was like, "Oh man, you got to get that. You got to try that. If you ain't like try that one, he from the city." So I'm like, I'm gonna support. He from the city too. I'm gonna support. But I was disappointed. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
And but now you got to try it in the city though. Now you got to try it.
I would like to try it one more time. Where it's not such of a big crowd, like maybe
festival. It's more of a controlled
environment. Exactly, because they was moving like this, and they was like, "We don't got no more of this. We don't got no more of that."
They had kids back there working and everything.
Yeah,
and so whenever I see a teenager working somewhere, I'm already
skeptical.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know how this is gonna turn out. Are they preparing or are they just serving it? So if they're preparing it, because teens don't care about nothing.
No, they don't. They just wanted to get it done, get this over with. Wait, but so that's all y'all ate there? Y'all didn't eat from anywhere?
I ate from a couple. I
had something else too. I went to get that Jamaican spot, but I didn't go back.
Yeah, it was some stuff there that wasn't barbecue. We here for barbecue.
Yeah.
Like Francis, she went and got a
lobster
platter with lobster noodles.
I don't blame her.
Yeah.
It looked crazy.
I don't blame her.
Was
crazy. That the video you just showed me of her where she was eating?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That looked bomb too.
Yeah, it looked crazy.
So, okay, we got into the barbecue thing about a barbecue, but back to Juneteenth. How are you celebrating Juneteenth, and are we sharing the importance and significance of Juneteenth as a celebration with our babies and like with our family?
Yeah, absolutely.
Because I'm doing that now, but I don't remember that being a thing back in the day.
It wasn't a thing.
So this year, I feel like is the first year where we had like a real plan,
right?
Like celebrate. Usually it's like, oh, it's Juneteenth. Let's do this. Let's go over here. Let's go to Lamert. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to Juneteenth.
What is your plan?
Two people are doing events, throwing it at their house. We're doing that, and then we're going to go into Lamert.
Okay, what they having, a festival?
Oh, they always have a Juneteenth thing going on in
How long
Lamert.
do you think that's going to last?
In Lamert, how long is it going to be a ritual in Lamert?
Yeah, before it's gentrified away.
I think they're going to keep it. I think it'll still be here, no matter what. I think Juneteenth will stand. Like Lamert can't fall. Lamert cannot fall. Not saying that it can't fall. Like, oh, it's indestructible. I'm saying
like we can't allow
Lamert to fall.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough, man. It's a battle right now, seeing how it's changing.
It's changing big time
because once this rail open and they start putting all this stuff on Crenshaw, man, it's gonna be a whole different ball game where these little mom and pop shops are not gonna be able to survive.
They're already not surviving.
That's the heart of Lamert, and which gave Lamert its identity. Once those places start going away because they getting not outsourced, but just eaten up by these major corporate places that they're going to start building over here, because it's a prime area over there.
It's prime area. Shout out to Soul Folks, because Soul Folks and Aura Coffee, they bought their buildings. That building is black owned, so they're staying around. Soul Folks, Aura Coffee, I think it's a couple other black owned businesses, but shout out to Soul Folks. They got me this shirt.
We got the lovely Felicia Rashad on there.
Toast to the black women who raised me. Yep. I got a Juneteenth shirt. They saw the shirt that I had with the head crack reality check. It was we went from chains and whips to whips and chains.
Yeah.
They sent me another one. And if you want to cop their clothing, they have a lot of the stuff at Soul Folks. They have their stuff at Soul Folks. Shout out to Soul Folks in Lamert Park.
They got a website too?
That ain't no cheap
they have an Instagram. And you can get to their website through their Instagram. We'll
put post it in
there. Right. And so Champagne Champions. And so shout out to Soul Folks. Shout out to we really, hey dude, look. We really promoting black-owned businesses. Like we really doing
what
we're supposed to be doing.
Absolutely.
We're in a position, ACE members only, black-owned company.
T-shirt company.
T-shirt company. Look, T-shirt company.
T-shirt company.
This is
this the homie.
This out of nada.
That's out of nada.
Yeah. Yep.
Let's go. And that's
why you trying to play
Evo.
Like I don't have
Evo.
No, I was just looking. I was seeing what the hat was. And
shout out to my boys, man. You know?
Let's go. We doing our thing. We having a good time, man. And I just got distracted by it because I was proud of us for a second right there. Like, dude, we really having some good shit going on. So that's Juneteenth. Did you say where you were going?
Nah. You asked me and then you started talking about yourself.
Okay, go ahead.
Main character
syndrome. I'm acting like AD over here, man.
Yeah, you are.
Dude, okay.
Sorry,
yes, you got
my
MCS
bad.
too.
My bad.
Nah, but
so the Lakers, you seen the I'm gonna beat your ass, man.
And that's the end of the Syndicate.
And that'll be the last episode. No, my bad. I'm just playing with you. Are you cooking?
No, I'm not cooking,
okay.
Man. I'm not cooking. I'm like Manny was saying, I'm kind of more of like a new booty to this.
Okay.
You feel me? Like I never really was big on Juneteenth until recently. You know, so I plan on going hanging out, with the fam over there. You feel me? Like get my kids and pull up and hang out. But Soleil has always been big on it.
Okay.
And I would just be like, what?
Yeah.
Juneteenth, all right, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know, and being younger and being ignorant to that and putting more emphasis on Blue June.
Mm-hmm.
Because, that's the month they say
right
that tribe started. You feel me? So I'll be on that. Like, it's Blue June. Like, that's what I'm worried about. You feel me? But now it's vice versa.
Mm-hmm.
I'm worried about that. I'm worried about this and teaching them to my kids this and teaching them the importance of this and what it means and what it stands for. So, but she always been big on that. So that's, been drilled into them kind of not from her end, not from my end.
Yeah.
So I want to start showing like I'm behind it too.
Exactly. Do you think that it was because it had to be bigger in Texas, of course?
What?
Yeah,
Juneteenth.
That's where it originated from.
So
really?
Maybe it's just that I don't know. I might be about to say something ignorant. Maybe it was like being celebrated everywhere else. And it just like
slowly spread out
to Cali. You know what I mean?
It seems like we're big on MLK and the MLK parade. It seems like that's what Cali is.
Yeah.
Like we got a Martin Luther King Street everywhere.
Because I feel like we missed out on some shit because we could have been celebrating Juneteenth.
Yeah.
Man.
The thing is, everybody don't have it off. So it's not like...
Yeah.
Oh, that's the other thing. That's maybe why it's really...
picking up steam
for us because we were having to work.
Yeah,
I mean, even last year I had to work on Juneteenth.
Oh shit!
They was like,
shout
out to y'all, but
don't care.
Man, we not taking that day off.
Okay,
that's the day y'all got to come in. Y'all got to call that day off. They like that, and they was like, you got to use your PTO.
Yeah,
like damn, man.
Who wants to go use it be us,
right?
Everybody else like shit. Juneteenth mean to me.
Nah, the Mexican homie was like, I'm taking it off.
For sure.
He was like, I'm taking it off.
He was like, a day off.
Yeah, he said, hey, man, shout out to y'all. I'm taking that day off. Yeah.
Power out to the brothers, man. So do we want to talk? So there's something that's going on. And if we don't want to talk about it, we ain't got to talk about it. The academic situation. The academics going at basically West Coast Podcast is saying, really generalizing that we ain't shit out here. You know what I mean? Like he don't respect us because we not crashing out on stuff. He ain't seen us crash on nothing. And then FMW being involved with that or whatever. And then WAC 100 saying the war is on. Is that all? From what I'm seeing, this is all play. This is all pay-per-view. I don't think nobody is really serious. I think that's just straight entertainment.
Yeah. And it's been happening for ever since everybody left No Jumper. It's been pretty much the same stuff. It dies down and then it comes back. Then it dies down and it comes back. It's just a roller coaster of just nonsense that just keeps happening over and over.
Do you think it's coming back in low moments?
Yeah.
Have you paid attention to I don't know if I have, is it coming back when there's low moments?
I feel like it is. Like, people are, like, getting stagnant with content or whatever. And their views are just staying stagnant or dropping. So it's like, all right, now let's
create
start this. Yeah. Let's just kick up the war again, because this war is going to always be available for us to.
And everybody going to tune in and watch.
Because people like
and we waiting to see somebody crash out. We waiting to see somebody, you know?
Right.
And then
when everybody has no intention on crashing out.
Yeah. And they see everybody just making WWE promos over and over. So they into it at first, and they're like, it's just been going on for 3 weeks. I'm over it now.
Yeah.
But you add fuel to the fire. Are you giving Ack ammo? Because now he uses that against y'all. Like, look, y'all beef ain't serious.
Yeah.
So I can go live and be like, West Coast Podcast is bunk. Y'all calling 50 fades. You ain't ever pulled up on nobody. All you do is yell at women in your TV screen, in the computer screen. So, you know, it's like, but like we say before, it's he was a nerd. He's still a nerd. He's still a nerd. You know, he just is a well-known nerd now, you know, and he was, and what trips me out is a lot of these dudes have so much negative stuff to say or ridicule people say, like, from the hood or from a street perspective, but then you talk like, dress like, and act like the niggas who you don't like.
Right.
Or you belittle or talk down on.
You try to emulate. Yeah.
You got braids, you wearing hats, you got the jewelry kit, you wearing the same clothes.
As soon as you get mad, you trying to turn it.
And then as soon as you get mad, it's,
yeah.
But you...
Damn, I didn't even think...
On the sober, when you know, them niggas is weird and they clowns, and who would crash out and do anything like that? I wouldn't jeopardize my future or my...
You guys are idiots.
You guys are idiots. And then, but then you'll turn around and, niggas ain't doing nothing. Niggas ain't crashing out. So it's like, make up your mind. Which one is it?
Right.
You know? That's why nigga, clown. Nip spoke on him a long time ago. You know, you let a clown be a clown and let him stay in his space. We're not even really going to, dig deep on it. But then it's just like the disloyal. I feel like you said, I feel like it's play too. But like the disloyal like with Wack, like, I'm side with no jumper. There's no jumper on mine.
Yeah.
Like, I mess with AD, but everybody up. Like, on some street shit, niggas is busters. None of them niggas have no names. They not relevant nowhere. But on the internet, like, y'all
you got an existence.
Yeah, you exist. You not no gangster. You ain't known for doing no gangster shit. You not known in the gangsters world, because I done been around it. I done been around majority of these niggas that they say they hood homies and everything else, and they don't speak highly of these niggas whatsoever. It'd be like, oh, man. And I'm not talking about like the new faces, like Young Ant and Munchie B. I'm not talking about them.
Yeah.
You know, them the new faces, and they really who they say they are. You feel me?
They on
no jumper now. You know what I'm saying? But I'm talking about like Wack and, you know, the other niggas that's like, oh, I'm involved in it's up against Fig Community World. And
is it but look, is this because we always talk about, like, not we always, but they're always just content. And I've seen those people say, oh, this was a setup, this was a play. When all that fast shit was happening, you revealed all the fake shit that you was doing. Yeah. Like, you revealed that, oh, this was just a setup, this was a play. We were getting some money here. Is this all just a facade? Is it just an act? Is this like an act to get money?
It's an act to get money, and it's an act to get people to crash out and make a platform die. That's what I think it is. So they want whatever personalities to crash out. And you've seen people who deal with that side of that platform over there. A lot of them are locked up or fighting something. So once you get involved with them, and whoever they got, the feds, the police, whoever is locked in with them, start locking people up, and people start disappearing. And now a brand is losing its main characters and supporting characters over some nonsense that, like, all y'all doing is just talking crazy in front of a camera. Right. All this over talking crazy on the camera.
And it's perpetuating the stereotype of, like, that's all these niggas do.
Right.
It's to get in front of the cameras and start screaming and yelling and making false threats.
Yeah.
And that's getting put on generalized on everybody.
On everybody.
And then you got fans just pumping up the host or the personalities, they looking at the comments and now they like, I got to crash out because they think I'm not. Like, man,
you don't got nothing to prove.
I ain't got nothing to prove. I got a family and I'm going home
right.
at the end of the day.
Right.
If something happened to me physically, then that's a different story.
Right.
All of this talk and all that other stuff, man, y'all can have that.
That's just like that. That circles back to that was my biggest thing with Flocko. Like, bro, don't paint this picture of the,
Yeah.
For somebody to come out and try to test.
Yeah.
Cause I ain't with felon tests, not street tests.
Right.
Like, I ain't with the felon.
Right.
Yeah. Nigga, you better check my background and my resume, nigga.
Like, he said felony. He's not saying felon.
Yeah, I'm not with that.
Right.
But the thing is, like, who wanna be in that mode?
Yeah.
Who wanna go through that? Not at the age we are.
Yeah, like
I thank God every day that I'm alive and I'm well and I have my kids, I have my brothers, and we are thriving and we are being successful at whatever we're doing and we're being positive.
Right.
We're not destroying our communities. We're not taking nothing from nobody, And it's like, I would hate to take somebody's life over the internet. That got to be the corniest in the world. You sitting in jail. What you in here for? Oh, I had to kill somebody. Why? Oh, because we was internet beefing. Or somebody else said something about me on the internet.
Yeah.
That's corny, bro.
Like that situation in Vegas.
I was talking to Luck about that.
That was crazy.
That was
this guy just threw his whole life away.
And his wife.
3 people gone. And then imagine the repercussions behind that if y'all both got kids.
Yeah.
If both of y'all parents are still alive. It's so much, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, are we willing to go there? I'm going to protect my life at all costs.
Yeah.
And I'd rather be, because I've been on the other side of the bullet. Mm-hmm. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to be behind it instead of in front of it this time.
Yeah.
But that has to be like, my life is on the line.
You know how mad I would be at you?
Other than,
how mad I would be?
People I would disappoint.
He clipped this cat on a strip in Vegas in front of everybody over
like
internet.
I'm not even saying to that even that extent, but just with how proud I am of us, all of us.
Right.
How proud I am of all of us.
Where we came from.
You know how much work we had to put in
to get here,
to get to this,
Man,
where we could be
what?
like wasn't proud of myself. I wasn't happy. I wasn't joyful.
For a long time.
And we had to do a lot of things to get here to this place of ordering food and just chilling, what you order? Hurry up, fool! Let's get this podcast started.
Yeah.
But being able to do light stuff like that,
having a great conversation.
But guess what? It takes 1 minute
to ruin everything.
To take all that productive, positive shit that we've done to get to this point where our kids can look at us and be proud of us. To take all that away,
30 seconds.
And that's what I'm saying is the dangers of this weird shit. This weird activity, this weird going at each other and this and that. Like, dude, I don't want to go at it with nobody.
Me neither.
Somebody said in my chat in the morning, like, I don't believe Rios is tough as he says it. I ain't tough.
Yeah, shit.
I'll tell you right now, I'm not tough. I'm a nerd. I'm a dork. Mess with my family, I'll peel your skin.
Yeah.
But other than that,
right. But that's cool. You
don't
have to.
I don't have to be tough.
You don't have to.
And we ain't proving nothing to nobody.
Yeah, you don't have to. And we're not proving nothing to nobody. And our tough and y'all tough is totally different at the end of the day. Let's be real.
And they don't even know what y'all even been through to even be speaking on yourself.
I know, but
they don't even,
today's tough don't compare to 20 years ago tough.
Yeah. Right.
When we had to be tough, the tough niggas today wouldn't make it.
You use your hands to be tough.
The tough niggas today wouldn't make it.
Use your mouth to be tough.
Some of the toughest men in California is what we came up under.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like early 90s, early 2000s, late 80s. Them the eras we come up under. And just do your Googles. That's all you got to do is do your Googles on them eras in California.
I'll be damned to make it through that. I'll be damned to make it through that shit.
Yeah, and then go down over this internet
over
shit.
YouTube. Nah, I'm cool, bro.
And I got, my people are proud of me. You know what I mean? Like, I'm literally not... And I always keep saying that,
at
but...
first I was steaming, Willie beaming, but... Like now I'm at a point where like me and Flocko could have just chopped it up. Mm-hmm. And that's all I really want. I just really want to, hey, let me talk to you.
Yeah.
And I know my bad if it was a little aggressive. But that's just who I am as a person. I'm very aggressive, but a lot of times I don't mean it with people I respect or I fuck with. I'm not gonna put my hands on you.
How about passionate?
Yeah, that's what it is, yeah.
How about passionate?
Passionate about yourself.
I'm passionate,
about
exactly.
Your image and all that
because I used to not care about myself.
But a little nigga could be passionate, a big nigga can't.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because
it's intimidating.
It's intimidating. Like a Chihuahua could bark, but a cane corso can't.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, so you just got to remember what the appearance is, and then what somebody else is, and where they come from.
Right.
Maybe never even been in a fight or never even been in no shit, and they are also judging based off of a cover. So they like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm already in retreat and I'm out.
So
it's just a conversation we could have had. And we still, you know what I'm saying? I'm not mad at him. I don't dislike him. It's definitely like we could just chop it up, you know, because I still want him just to understand from my perspective. And then he could give me his perspective as well.
Yeah.
I'm not opposed to like not hearing what he have to say.
Right.
You feel me? Either. You feel me? But it's just like, let's just have a conversation. Because that's the thing. That's what I want to push more. It's like, as black men, let's just start having more conversations with each other.
Does that need to be something that needs to happen off camera? That conversation needs to happen off camera.
It can happen off camera, and then we can go into it on camera.
Because I think it would be very impactful. Yeah. It would be very productive for that conversation for two totally different spectrums of the world. Yeah. To have differences. And be like, nah, we man enough to sit up here and chop it up. We ain't got to go eat dinner with each other tonight, and we ain't got to hate each other tonight.
Yeah, not at all.
But let's have this conversation. So I was just asking, I don't know.
Yeah, no. It could, and it probably would do a lot of help. You know.
Yeah.
It probably do a lot of help for both sides of the fence. You know what I'm saying?
Because, and I don't think in this space there's a lot of people that's having these conversations. Like they just doing crash outs afterwards. Like, hold on, let's stop making content for a second. Let's have a constructive
conversation.
Yeah. And then we can square this out. And then if we come to some conclusion that we want to play WWE after this and we both have an understanding, then y'all can play WWE, which it seems like everybody is doing.
Right. But I don't want to play WWE.
I'm not playing WWE. I'm talking about these other people in the atmosphere. I'm not talking about us. I'm talking about in the atmosphere.
Because right now, this is my stance from this day moving forward. Everything you say, I'm taking it as the truth. I'm taking it as in that's what I'm not taking nothing for content no more. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm not giving nobody, because that is also giving people a pass. Yeah. It's a scapegoat. It's like an escape. Yeah. It's a path to least resistance. Like, no, if you say it, you mean it. You mean it. Yeah. And that's just where I'm at right now. Behind it. It's some truth behind it. And if you say that shit, you mean that shit. I'm not an actor, and I'm not trying to have to overthink anything. To make my life easy, you said it, you meant it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's valid. That's very valid.
I ain't mad at it.
So shit, maybe Flacco will be a Syndicate guest at some point, maybe one day.
Yeah, man. I ain't got no, you know.
But for right now, I love what we doing.
Me too.
Yeah. Okay, so look, it basically we're gonna take it like this. What we doing here at Syndicate is we're standing on morals, principles, and character, and we're not gonna compromise or sacrifice that shit for anything. We let people do what they're doing. We know you. We been around this and that. We support you guys. Do your thing. I'm not upset. I'm not mad at nobody. But we got to be true to who we are and continue on the path that we're on right now. And I think it's a great space for us mentally, and it's keeping my shit, sanity is keeping me healthy. Yeah. You know what I mean? I don't want to be involved or focus on some shit that's not building or being productive for me, you, or our families. Yeah. If it's not something that's adding to the pot in a positive way, I'm good.
Yeah. Y'all figure it out. And if anything comes our way that needs to be addressed, we'll address it. If not, it is what it is.
Right. And then we will have guests at some point. But if you're going to be a guest on here, if we are going to be bringing people on, it's for a reason.
Right.
It's not just random, like, oh, just this. Like, it's a reason why we want you on here. It's something that we see or something that we want to talk about that's important or that we saw value in.
Right. And I think personally, I don't think none of us are mad at the drama or that jumping down that road or that path. That's just not a path we want to be on. Right. You know, I'm not mad at none of y'all. Y'all do y'all thing. If that's how y'all want to create y'all content and the views and everything else, that's cool. Do y'all stuff. Like,
more power to you.
More power to you. It's just not something I prefer and I want to take part in or be with. But don't think that I'm also always riding with my niggas though.
Right, of course.
Which it, you know, that's pun AD. But I'm not taking part in the WWE, the circus act. I'm cool. I don't want no part of it. I don't think none of us over here do. I know for a fact none of us over here do. So, we just gonna sit back and watch. We here to observe. You feel me? Observe and report. That's about it. Like I'm not, shout out to everybody.
Get y'all clicks and views up.
Yeah, hope y'all.
Operate with our brothers in a wise way.
You feel me?
Oh, that's what we didn't get to talk about is the NBA. I think the NBA Finals, we changed the subject. I think the NBA Finals this year is dope. You don't think so?
No.
I think it's been a good postseason.
Once it got to these two teams, I stopped watching.
Oh, shit.
I ain't gonna lie. I was
it's because they're small market and a lot of the...
I was over it.
A lot of people don't know about these players other than like Shea and Halliburton. Like they're up and coming stars. They're soon to be superstars. They may be superstars, but they're not the faces of the league yet. So a lot of people aren't familiar with them because how many games have you watched of OKC or...
Well, we West Coast because we seen
not
OKC.
Saying you, but I'm just talking about
people in general.
Yeah, they're not really up. So if the ratings are down, which I've seen they're down tremendously.
Oh, really?
Yes, since there's no LeBron or Steph or like major market teams in there. But the game one, it was like a blowout until Halliburton hit that shot at the end of the game. Like they had no business winning that game.
Right.
And then the second game was a blowout. The third game was a blowout. The fourth game was close, and then the Pacers, not the Pacers, but then OKC,
the Thunder,
won by like 10 or 12 the last game. So, I mean, it's a lot of inconsistency in the play, but it's not really.
Is it good? Is it good basketball though?
Yeah, they're playing. It's good basketball. But if it's a blowout, man, they're blowouts here.
But SGA is implementing back into the game the mid range.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like where it's not just 3 point. Yeah,
I appreciate that.
So it might be views might be down or they might be low, but sometimes it's because drama sells. You know what I mean? Like it ain't no drama in there. It ain't nothing. But at least as a basketball fan, can you appreciate the game that's happening?
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Okay.
Like it's a lot more watchable than when I was the regular season. Like the regular season, I couldn't even watch it. All they do is jack up threes. I'm like, this is boring.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Seeing who can make the most threes. Nobody's playing defense.
It's almost like an all-star game.
Yeah, it's just terrible basketball during the regular season. But I will give it to them. They actually shooting mid-ranges, running plays, going to the basket. I seen some stat where all of Halliburton's shots were like all made on the right side of the court. Everything. He hasn't made a shot on the left side of the court.
That's crazy.
And the majority of them were in the paint, in middies and stuff. And he's probably shot about this last game. He's shooting more threes because he ended up hurting his calf muscle.
I would say postseason they've been hooping.
Yeah,
okay. They've been hooping for sure.
Better basketball.
They was hooping.
The season's long. They
gotta
they got to get rid of that 3-point line or do something. I don't know.
It would have been better if the Knicks. It would have been better if it would have been the Knicks and the Timberwolves.
Absolutely.
Sure. It would have been
more exciting.
Just because the Knicks are a glamour team for the league, and they're one of the
big market.
Yeah, the biggest market team in the league, and they're a glamour team. So that alone gave it a storyline. The Knicks haven't won a championship since the 70s or whatever, and then they had the opportunity to win now. That would have been a huge storyline. It brought people in, but now it's just two small town teams, and
it's leaving room for other people to shine.
And did you know there hasn't been a back-to-back champion in like the last 6 or 7 years?
Yeah,
wow. Like it's been a different champion every single year.
That's crazy.
That's good.
They haven't though. What team haven't? We can't say no team has went back-to-back.
Nobody's
besides what the Golden State.
Last time Golden State did it, right? It's been like the Lakers.
I thought the Celtics were going to do it.
Bucks, the Celtics.
No, they didn't go back to back.
No, I'm just saying the teams
won a championship.
Oh, okay, yeah. I thought they were going to run it back this year.
Yeah, and they haven't even made it back to the finals either. Like that team hasn't even made it back to the finals. Damn. So it's causing there's a parity in the league now. There's no team that's just dominant like how the Lakers did, the Spurs, the Golden State,
Bulls,
Cleveland, Bulls, and Miami.
See, that's what I'm telling you. And this is not, I don't want to throw LeBron in there. But the fact that fool made it back to the finals that many times in a row.
It shows you how difficult it is. That shit is crazy.
I don't personally care for him, but I'll never knock his skill set.
Like was it 9 years in a row?
9 years
in a row, but
he didn't win them all. But he went to the finals 9 years in a row.
Yeah, he cold, man. LeBron a legend, dude.
You'll never see that again.
Never.
You can't take that away from him. No matter what people say, he a flopper, he this, he that. He's still a legend, dude.
But I always consider that gamesmanship. If the refs didn't allow that to be a part of the game, then he wouldn't do it. You got to do whatever it.
Well, that's because you're a Vlade Divac fan.
I hated Vlade when he played for Sacramento.
He wanted to be Vlade.
Vlade started all of this. I love when Shaq used to be. Oh, man.
You
Shaq
was not hating on Vlade when he was doing that. Don't lie.
He was doing it against the Lakers. I did hate it.
No, you did not.
He did.
Oh my
God. I can't even cap. Rios, he did.
I couldn't stand Vlade Divac.
I remember being on Cali Block. This fool be going crazy.
Like,
where did Vlade start?
He started with the Lakers.
Yeah.
He went flopping on the Lakers.
Yeah, he was.
He was not.
Didn't it? It's when he went to Sacramento,
flopping.
Right?
He started in Sacramento.
Yeah, he started in Sacramento.
Started in Sacramento when he was playing against Shaq.
You wasn't complaining when he was doing it with the Lakers.
We wasn't winning nothing anyway.
You wasn't complaining?
He wasn't flopping because we didn't need him to.
Magic was a flop too.
Nah.
Yeah, Magic was a flopper too.
Bro, no way.
What are you talking about? Stop disrespecting the Lakers, homie.
Flip flop right
into.
Still
a Houston Rockets fan? Damn.
What?
That was crazy. You said that about Magic?
Wait, I'm talking about flip flop into the Dodgers. Like he went to owning the Dodgers from the Lakers to the Dodgers.
Okay.
All right.
So
all right.
So you're a flip flopper like John Kerry.
Well, at least he's bringing championships to everywhere he go.
He in Washington now.
Who?
Redskins. I mean, Commanders, wherever they are.
Who? Magic?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Look at what they're doing.
Losing. They win a Super Bowl?
They beat the Cowboys.
That's not saying much.
It sure ain't. But they did. They had a great season last year with a rookie quarterback.
I don't even know who your team is, so I don't even know how they combat that.
Yeah, it's kind of hard.
You don't have to combat that. All you got to do is...
I don't know.
All you got to do is say that they had a good year last year.
Way
better than their years.
The Redskins? They did.
They're not the Redskins.
The Commanders.
Whatever they are, man. God dang it.
Respect them, man.
Respect who?
I wonder if that old memorabilia is like selling for a lot of money.
They probably got it next to their little KKK robes and shit. Like
they took the trademark from
their little Nazi
because I had stuff from the 80s.
Who?
For Redskin stuff.
Yeah, didn't you used to like them for a minute?
Mm-hmm.
I remember that.
That was my dad's team. So, you know.
You was a Redskins fan for a little bit?
Yeah, you don't remember he was playing with him on Madden?
I was. When I was a little kid.
The
Redskins. Who was on the Redskins?
Growing up, I eventually grew into
Ripken, Darryl Green with his fast
The
ass.
DB?
Yeah, Darryl Green was my player.
I don't know. You got to ask Hov.
That's his. He know all that. I just remember as a kid liking him. And then, you know, coming into my own, it was turned into the Raiders. But as a little kid, you know, I was a Redskin fan. That's what Pops was.
Yeah. Oh, that's what I was going to say. But the NBA is leaving room for other people to make gain on them with the big three, the 1v1s, Michael Beasley, Lance Stevenson. It's still interesting to watch. And the NBA.
Caitlin Clark is, she cracking.
She's cracking right now, but let's put this away that it's racist. The black girls, it's all the girls is after her. White girls is after her.
It ain't racism. It's just she's just a top dog. But they want to clip her.
They keep trying to say that it's black women. It's not black women. It's
because I just saw a clip
racist.
Of
the white girl choking her out. Or no, they got an enforcer for her now on 18.
Yeah,
that's helping. Like when people start doing stuff.
Yeah,
she heard Draymond Green.
But they just dropped a clip of Caitlin. She's sitting down on the sideline. And one of the girls from the team is a white girl, and Caitlin's looking at her like, "I'm gonna kill you." Like, I can't wait to get back on this court. I'm gonna cook you. She looking at her like, "I hate your guts."
She's a dog. She's a dog.
She's looking at her like, I'm like, "Oh, she don't like her."
Man, shout out to Stoner Sports Network. Have you seen them? Have you seen their stuff?
No,
they're funny. They be showing stuff and they have like the voiceovers over the stuff happening. They got a good one on Caitlin Clark right now. Shout out to Stoner Sports Network, but. there's stuff happening now, man. I want to go to a Big 3 game. You see Dwight Howard?
Yeah, him and
your favorite center?
Of all time.
Of all time.
Y'all better stop playing with me about me. My favorite center
You
is Shaq.
love Dwight. You love Dwight.
You said he was a powerhouse.
You sure did when he was a Lakers. You were so happy when he came to the Lakers.
Who was?
You were so happy when he came to the Lakers.
Not.
Yes, you were.
You said finally a replacement for Shaq.
Finally, we got a real center. You was happy.
Y'all sick in y'all head.
You was happy. Because you was also a Magic fan.
I was mad. Ooh, you talking about Magic Johnson?
No, Magic.
Orlando Magic.
Yeah, I ain't never liked Orlando Magic. What are you talking about?
You liked them when Shaq was there?
I didn't like it when Shaq was there. I like Shaq.
I like their jerseys.
You liked them when Shaq was there.
I did not.
Him and Penny, them
like
was two of the
you
best
also
jerseys
liked
ever.
the Heat.
I did like the Heat.
Yeah, because Shaq was there.
Yeah, because I wanted him to win a championship before Kobe because I was a Shaq fan and not a Kobe fan. So you're right.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You
And
was
I'm
a
telling
fan.
you,
He
you're
liked
right.
any team Shaq went to.
That's it.
I didn't like the Celtics. I didn't like Cleveland.
He had a pair of Shaqs
Sure.
before they was
For sure.
before they was cheap. Now his shoes is cheap.
I think they was always
now
cheap.
those are the ones I need now. Shit.
Oh shoot. Oh, so the WNBA, Caitlin Clark. I'm waiting for Juju. I just want Juju to have a healthy recovery so that she can come into this NBA, the WNBA.
What's going on with Angel Reese?
Oh, the me bounce. You heard about her me bounce?
She patting that too.
She gets her rebounds off all her misses.
Yeah. So they call them me bounds instead
That's
of rebounds.
crazy.
Yeah.
She been cooking or?
Hey,
Nah,
no.
I think she's spending more time being a personality.
I was gonna say
than her basketball.
she want to be on
game.
podcasts. She want to be
Yeah.
at clubs. She want to be.
Well,
you
shit,
know,
how else she gonna get paid? She ain't getting paid through the WNBA.
Yeah, but if she's not in the WNBA, she's not going to have those same opportunities. So she need to make sure her game stays
She's
tight.
not. She's not so bad where she shouldn't
She
be in the
could-
WNBA.
Of course not, but it can get there if you're not practicing your game. Because her and Caitlin Clark can be like Magic and Bird right now. Because they both came in at the same time. They could both be the
they could.
polarizing figures.
Angel Reese is not.
Of course, nobody's Magic.
Caitlin Clark is though.
Caitlin Clark is not Larry Bird.
But Caitlin Clark's
Caitlin Clark
skill
is a
level,
bad girl.
her skill level
She's a bad
is
girl.
out of this world.
Yeah.
For
She's
what
like
we've
Steph
seen.
Curry. She's like Steph Curry, just shooting threes all over the place.
Angel Reese cannot be comparable.
Magic didn't do what Bird did, and Bird
But-
didn't do what Magic did. But they
true.
were competitors. They played against each other in college. They played against each other in NBA Finals. They both won championships against each other, so it was a great rivalry, and it was good for the league. And that's what I'm saying. They could be. If Angel Reese focuses on basketball, helps her team get better, and they end up meeting each other in the finals for the WNBA.
The only thing is, Larry Bird and Magic Johnson were elite the whole time.
Yeah, and these two were elite the whole time. When was
Angel-
Angel Reese not elite?
Angel Reese, she's not even a top center. She's not a top. She's not a top
I don't
five.
even know if she plays center.
I don't
what
think she
position
plays
She's
center.
not a top 5 big.
She is. She's one of the best in the league.
Why?
Because she is.
She's one of the top 5 bigs in the league right now.
I
I want
look up the
somebody to
stats,
look
She
that shit
considered
up.
a big?
Yeah, she's a big.
She's a big. I think she's a power forward. She ain't no center.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't think she plays.
She's either a
center,
3
though.
or a 4.
3 or 4, yeah.
Asia Wilson is the best.
For now, until Caitlin Clark.
No, Asia Wilson is a big. Asia Wilson's a big. She's the best big right now.
She's the best player in the league.
Yeah.
Yeah, she didn't.
But no, when Juju comes around,
Juju, that's gonna be a different ball game. We got 2 more years for her because she got to come back this year. And then she'll probably play. Or is she gonna even come back this year?
I don't know.
Damn,
I that was one of the injuries that made me mad.
it's this 5'5" girl that's coming up. She's.
I know who you're talking about.
I forget her name. She's so cold.
Shaquint. They call her Shaq.
That's not what her name is.
Shaquint, they call her.
This guy is
You need
silly.
help, man. Shaquint, they call her Shaq.
Oh man, but okay. So let's go out with this one. Let's go out with
End of era.
end of a what era?
Lakers. Bus.
Yeah, let's go out with it.
So I want
So
to go to something else.
no, I was gonna go to that.
Okay.
They being sold to
Dodgers, right?
Dodgers owner.
Wow.
Yeah, that's It's the end of era. Like
end of era, man. It was end of a legacy.
Dr. Buss bought him in what 79 for what is it?
Whose fault is it? Jenny's?
Nah, it's just the Lakers are the poorest owners in the league. Like it's time for a corporation. Like Jeannie can't. She about to get $10 billion, change their whole family's trajectory. But
I mean, change it. It's already been there.
Yeah, but they're like but that's like their only business is the Lakers. So they don't have like
10 big billion
like Microsoft behind them or all these other things. It's like this is literally whatever
they
Lakers
invest in nothing to be big wigs.
I'm sure they got some other like properties,
sure, probably,
but they don't have any other business
that's generating
wealth for them. Where they can subsidize Lakers.
Why are they getting rid of them now? What is there something happening behind the scenes?
No, they just it's just over, man.
But she's still gonna be a part, like
Mark Cuban was supposed to be
very
still
small owner, right?
No, I don't know. I don't think so. She said she's still going to be over basketball operations.
Oh, but
that's what Mark Cuban said when he sold Dallas Mavericks. But they was like, out of here, buddy.
Yeah.
And the same thing may happen to her. But the Dodgers owner, he's more of he's for the fans, and his money is long. You see,
But Magic turned them around also. Magic turned the Dodgers around also.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, Magic's
they brought him in after that stabbing shit. Remember how bad the Dodgers rep was? Like the Giants fan
that got stabbed.
They brought Magic in, and Magic got the magic touch, man.
It's just his PR, Magic PR, and just his personality supersedes and outshines anything.
That's somebody. If I won Super Lotto and it was like 800 million, one of the first things I would do is like, can I set up a meeting with MJ and Magic Johnson, and hopefully he liked me enough to want to be like,
I'm gonna take you under my wing.
Take me under, and be a like not a big brother, but
a mentor.
A mentor. Be a mentor. Because man,
he know how to navigate this,
bro. He beat AIDS. Like any nigga the first nigga to beat AIDS and then become so wealthy and rich and prosper, you can't look at Magic and hate.
You can't.
No, you can't hate.
You can't hate on Magic, man.
Still got his wife.
Still got his wife through all the shit that they've been through.
Got his family.
That nigga survived everything.
He survived everything.
Yeah. Turmoil in the family.
Look at, and people be talking shit about his son. That's
different.
Yeah. He ain't let that shit damage him either. Yeah, he ain't let that keep him from cause guess what? His son, but I might be saying wrong. I don't know. His son he never stopped coming around.
Nope.
Nah.
He's still there.
He's still there in all the pictures.
All the family pictures and everything.
Everything. Like he didn't let people say
you gotta stop having
this and this. Like Magic did it the right way. Magic, you know what?
He unapologetically.
Everybody talks about LeBron, like business savvy and like how he's moving, but really the standard is Magic.
Yeah,
for sure. That's the standard.
Magic's definitely standard, but what LeBron is doing, he's doing it while he's playing.
Yeah.
Afterwards, and built the empire.
Right.
LeBron built the empire while he's playing and still relevant.
But LeBron didn't have to make it past AIDS in the 80s, or was it 90s?
80s.
90s, when they were ostracizing you. Like you were blackballed with AIDS. Like he made it
that
past
was a death knell for business.
Everything.
Yeah.
He made it past that shit.
Remember they were saying like, I don't even want to play on the court with him.
Yeah.
He was like, I'm not playing against them. I don't want to play against Magic. Man, he made it through all that. He for sure is a blueprint. He for sure. I'm pretty sure LeBron has studied him and watched him.
Yeah, they probably giving him game.
Imagine, I'm pretty sure he's giving him game to where he's able to do it while he's still playing.
Yeah.
Shaq is another one too.
Shaq
is very successful in the business world. Very successful on a lot of things.
Damn, you know what? I'm like thinking like all the great Lakers, they couldn't have put together a conglomerate to purchase the Lakers.
They said LeBron would be the first person to own it.
Like Magic, LeBron, they couldn't have got together.
Shaq, Kobe. Who else is? I don't know what Kareem.
Man, Kobe was on his way to be a billionaire too.
They got the Bryant, the O'Neal, the James, and Johnson.
But you still got to get accepted by the ownership group.
Well, Magic has.
Not as a majority.
Not as a majority.
Yeah.
His percentages are always 2.3. Yeah. They were saying that LeBron bought into some Euro soccer team for like $20 million, and now it's worth like $500 million now.
Well, that's what Ryan Reynolds did too. You know Ryan Reynolds, the actor?
Yeah.
Him and his buddy bought a soccer team.
That's why in
and
Deadpool,
now their soccer
they had
games
the jersey
are cracking now.
It's a special on Netflix about that.
Really?
Yeah. Him and his homeboy that bought into the soccer team. They be at the games and they show him in the locker room and all that. Yeah. Cracking.
End of an era, man.
Yeah,
Lakers, the Bus family.
10 billion.
But I'm happy because now the Lakers have money to spend. Like, because the NBA got these aprons now, so where you can't, if you reach a certain apron of like salary on your team, you have to pay a crazy amount of money. And Jeannie Buss didn't have the money to cover
keep up with that, yeah.
Because it like some teams are paying over like, well, if you hit the apron, it's like you got to pay $200 million in taxes or fines or whatever. It's like crazy like that.
Damn.
So I'm not quite sure if that's the number. It may be more, it may be less, but that's how the aprons are. And when these guys got money like that, they like, screw it. I'd rather pay this apron because we got the money to spend anyway for our team to be successful and win championships. So, I mean, it's tough. Dr. Buzz brought the Lakers back to prominence when they got to L.A. when he bought them in 79. And they had a long 40-plus year run. And now it's time to get corporate like everybody else because it's tough to be a single family.
Pay attention to see if there was some drama behind the scenes and they was trying to clean up something. Like, hey, let's go ahead and get out of here before. Oh,
before it hit the scene like some like Donald Sterling type stuff.
Oh, like I just always have a small
bit of skepticism about everything.
Like, wait, what?
Like all of a sudden,
like, wait, what went down? What happened? Where's the scandal?
Yeah.
Like, oh no, it's time. You got to go. Go get your money. We're gonna let you get your money.
But y'all get up out of here. It's probably one of her brothers. Then did something crazy.
Nephew, something like.
Nah, one of the brothers is the owner because I think it's like three of them there. It's Jeannie and Jim, and I forget what the other brother.
And it's like right on the coattails of all these shows that just came out about the Lakers.
Yeah, like something might be coming about their daddy.
So we're not gonna talk about that, man. We're gonna go ahead and end the Syndicate like that, man. This is episode 4. Thank you for being here with us, man. Thank you for tuning in. We appreciate y'all, man. We out.